VAHAN is now a 50-year-old brand, but it remains primarily a family enterprise. And now that our children are in the business, we hope that it will continue for several generations.
Did you remember that?
Yes, it was in the station wagon, the old station wagon.
And I asked Natalie, what do you think if we
got married?
If we got married.
Or eating a bar of chocolate.
I was driving at that same time. And you answered, yes, that's a good idea. And here we are.
It's hard to know where to start. When I think of my father, I really feel that he's one of the few remaining Renaissance men. He's always been very adept at such a variety of things. He's always been very good with his hands. He can put that to use in such a variety of ways. He can take one skill set and apply it to something else.
My grandfather and his father were jewelers. My father turned this into a business, so it's basically a think tank that creates beautiful objects.
Well, these things, they start with nothing. All of a sudden, I said, this would be nice if I did this. And then you go on, maybe I should do this. And then before you know it, you get to know quite a bit. Me, I love to make it. Once I've made it, I have to go to something else. You see, I'm not going to stay and...
Sasha is a true artist by the way he collects, by the fact that he can come up with something that he has never seen. The intent is really to create something that a woman will relate to, that he will like, but that she will like even more than him, because she's the one wearing it.
It's a craft, but it's very much an art form. There's no clear-cut rule on how our designs should look. Because we do have a very unique aesthetic, you know that they're VAHAN designs when you see them.
What makes something unique? What makes something precious? What makes something desirable? Every time I look at the XK120 Jaguar, the Porsche 911, I go back to my desk and I'm like, how can I make my own version of that? How am I going to create a masterpiece that's going to be passed on through generations? How do I do that? You know, the jewelry's gone through many evolutions, and I've seen my father change. His style has evolved, but he's always stayed true. There's always been a true core ethos that he's always stuck with. When he's got a design in mind, when he's driven by something, he won't stop until he gets there.
That's what we do. I mean, there's no reason to do something else when you have a perfect thing. How much more should I say? You know, it's pleasant. I love the place. And the people. And I think that's very important, the people themselves.
So with every one of our bracelets, there's pretty much two components. You of course have a beautiful design, but there's also an engineering aspect, which both my father and my brother have really mastered. The reason that our product is so much fun is that we know when a woman buys one of our bracelets, she is going to have it for the rest of her life. We make everything here in New York. A lot of our pieces are heirloom pieces that get handed down generation to generation. This is our 50th anniversary. It's been 50 years. And I guess I'm most excited to continue on the legacy that our father is entrusting us with, that my mother is entrusting us with, and showing them that the company is in good hands. I guess it's easy to say that jewelry is in my father's blood or it's in his genes, but It's almost doing a disservice because it is also something that he's worked at tirelessly.
These are elements that have to come little by little. It's not a quick thing like that. Some of this, I have several items, they're not finished. They are coming to be finished, but they're not.
You want to create something that everyone's going to love. You know, these cars, the Jags, the Astons, they all represent something it's almost like our own little museum where we've captured something, captured a moment in time. But for us, it was about, and it's always been about, good design and how it translates to what we do in the factory and how we design beautiful jewelry.
Yeah, we're not finished, by the way. We're just starting.